Good evening, my name is Bubbycraft, and this is a build tutorial for how to build probably the most requested engine I've gotten in this entire series so far, Oliver! Here we go, folks. Let's go ahead and get started. So I was also requested and asked a bunch of questions on how to build with extended bogies, as well as requested to make a full build tutorial instead of just doing what I normally do. There's been a lot of really good feedback, and I appreciate each and every single one of you for this really amazing feedback. Remember, I am happy to answer any questions you have. I'd love to see you guys build these models. You know, tag me, do whatever you got to do. Show me this stuff. I love it. Absolutely love to see it. And you know, if you like the video, please like the video. If you want to subscribe for, if you want to see more, subscribe for more. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. I mean, tell me in the comments what you would do differently. Tell me in the comments what you'd like to see. I don't know, like, just say hi. A good comment would be Oliver is a pretty cool extreme close-up. Ready? Extreme close-up! Okay, anyway. So let's get back to building. We need a casing. We're going to put the casing here, and we actually want one of these. Oh, close this, and we want one of these because we're going to do things just a little bit differently this time. So we're going to this is how to use extended bogies. So once you have the mod installed and you verify that it's working, you need to make sure that when you push the left alt button on your keyboard, this window pops up. If this window does not pop up when you are pushing alt on your keyboard, you probably have an out-of-date version of steamnrails and extended bogies. So I would definitely look into getting the most recent possible versions of extended bogies. I'm currently using what's called the Weedo fork of extended bogies, which is a non-official port of extended bogies for 1.20. So in order to, I'm not going to go into how to install this stuff or how to get it to work or anything. Please don't ask me questions on how to make the mods work. It is a humongous trial and error process that I went through. Everybody goes through. Join the Discord for extended bogies. Ask questions there. They're super helpful and absolutely amazing in that Discord. So once we have this window, again, we're pushing left alt on the keyboard to get this window. That's what mine is automatically set to, so you don't have to do any keybinds. You're going to put your mouse over top of where it says standard styles here. Notice how this little window thing pops up. It only pops up if you're like right in the middle. You have standard styles, single axles, double axles, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple. All right, so basically, for those who don't know what these other words mean, singles 1, doubles 2, triples 3, quadruples 4, quintuples 5, sextuples 6. Actually, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. Okay. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be grabbing ourselves a double axle, and we are going to go to all the way down to the bottom. So what we've got here is we've got different types of wheels, different types of things. So let's say, for example, you grab this set. We don't want pistons, but I'm just going to use this as an example. You click the set that you want, you left click it, and then you left click the check mark. And then you're going to right click the bogie onto the tracks. It might look like it's the tiny one, and you're thinking to yourself, wait, how do I get the bigger one? Nothing's happening. You know, how do I get this? Nothing's happening except for rotation when I right click the bogie itself, the top part of the bogie. You want to right click the green part of the rail. I know I've done this tutorial a couple times in some of the engines, but you right click the green part of the rail and you get the bigger version of the wheels. We're not going to be doing the bigger version of the wheels for Oliver because I like the little guy and then the other little guy. I don't know. That's just my preference. If you want to build your Oliver with a bigger set of front wheels, by all means, go right ahead. This version and this tutorial is going to have the double axle, and all the way at the very bottom is the large Create styled 040 wheels. And we're going to place those down, and that's what we have over there. And that's what I'm going to do. From here, what we want to do is we want to shift. You want to hold your shift and right click to place down your first block, because it does not allow you to place down blocks like directly onto the bogies. You have to sneak and click in order to be able to do that. And what we're doing here is we're going to build out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I believe it's 5, and then we're going to start building the cab ones. We want to do 5 in white, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 9. So you want to go back 9 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry. You want to go back 8 total. So you have a 5x3 here, and then you have a 3x3 here. And this 3x3 is going to be your cab. This 5x3 is going to be where the majority of the Oliver sits. Okay. On the back side here, what we want to do is just remove this center one. We're going to open up our extended bogies menu again. We're going to choose single axle, and we're going to come down to the coil spring. And that's going to give you this looking one. Kind of looks a little bit similar to what Oliver has on the show, in the models, all that sort of thing. And that is our wheel set for Oliver. What we want to do is we're going to work on the base of the locomotive. This is what I call the base, or the basic shape of the locomotive, in every video that I start off with. What we're doing here is we're just going to create the base for the locomotive. We're going to crouch and right click. Let me show you that again. So we're right here, we're crouching, and we're right clicking to place a full slab, or to make that a full block there. We're doing that again. The reason that we're doing that is because we then take our ladders and we're going to put a ladder on either side. So that way, if you're building this in survival, you have a way to get up onto your locomotive. Okay, now what we want to do is we're going to grab our Copycat half panels, and I want to show you a trick that my friend Matt the Gamer Train showed me yesterday. To select, if you're looking at this and you click your pick block button, you're going to get the block that it's decorating. If you're sick and tired of right clicking and then pick blocking in order to get the block, here's what you do. So you go ahead and you shift pick block, and you will get that block. What this does is it stores the NBT data of that block, so it automatically will place down the copycat block that you had there instead of just an empty copycat. So again, just shift pick block to be able to transfer over a copycat block that already has the data of the block that you're trying to copy it into. And it's just super easy. It makes things so much easier and so much quicker. We're going to outline the base of the locomotive with our special copycat half panels. We're going to get rid of those. Place our wrench right there, and we're going to start moving forward into the rest of the locomotive. We're going to grab a copycat headstock and a copycat knuckle, or copycat screw link coupler. We're going to place down those guys, and we want this excuse me, we want to go like that. Screw link coupler in the middle, and buffers on either side. Now, our standard look for these buffers has been this for the entire time. So we have that cool riveted effect, all that stuff. I did see, and I actually kind of like a different way that I've seen people do this. And what they do is they place the locomotive smoke box instead, and then they put the bottom, they make it look like this. You click it until the shape looks like that, like it's upside down. Another thing you can do too is you could put it like this, and that's just another way to do it. To get the selection menu for this block, I'm pushing again left alt. It brings up the selection menu, and I want the pillar, red locomotive pillar, because that's what all of my guys do, and what they all look like, that sort of thing. You can do whatever you'd like. I'm just here to show you different building techniques that, you know, just are really cool and fun and make the Create mod that much better. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and grab down our support, and we're going to place down our we're going to place down our cables. Jeez Louise. And this is your typical base for a locomotive in one of my builds. Normally the base is usually just this white slab, or for Duck, for example, it was all black. For Oliver, we're doing half white, half black, because the front of Oliver, the top of his running board is white, while the inside of the cab is black. So there you go. I'm also taking a little bit of an artistic liberty with that, just because the sideboards for Oliver, whatever you want to call these parts on the locomotive, are black, and I wanted the underneath the ladder there to be black too, so I went with what I did for Duck, and I made the interior of the cab black. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and grab hold of the we'll empty our palette first of all. We're gonna grab the black boiler, the green boiler, we're gonna grab a copycat slab, and this guy. There is a reason for that. We'll discuss this momentarily. There we go. Alright, whoops. So we're going to place this down, this down, this down. We're going to place down copycat slabs all the way to the back where the cab starts. And what we want to do here is we want to make sure that we have a piece of black loco metal. And we want the loco metal, the riveted loco metal. We're going to make that one black right there. And we're going to go into the lime again right there. Perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to place down a temporary block, temporary boiler, and there we go. Perfect. We have our beginnings. Now what we can do is we can place down this boiler, and then we want to do this. That's going to be where that funnel or dome, whatever it's called, steam dome, goes right there. And what we want to do is we want to place down a copycat slice twice. So click it once, then twice, once, then twice, once, then twice. There is a reason for this. You'll see that shortly. Once, then twice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and place down another temporary block, a lime boiler, and then the black boiler. Perfect. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to remove that temporary block, and then just place down our lime boilers all the way to the back to the cab. And then you see you've just developed a side rod almost, or whatever, a hand rod, whatever those are called, a handrail on the top of Oliver like that. Excellent. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to grab our line riveted loco metal. We're going to place down 4, a 2x2 right there. And then one more 2x2 right there. we are going to empty our palette up to this point. And what we're doing now is we're going to go ahead and grab the copycat panels. And we want to place down copycat panels all the way across here. We're going to come out just like this and then delete those two. Same as we did here, place those, go all the way across, and then delete those two. What you want to do now is you want to go ahead and shift. So we're going to stand right here, and then shift right. Okay. Epic fail. Shift right click the next piece of copycat panel onto there. And we want to grab ourselves a pair of copycat stairs to place upside down along the back here. Similar to how we did Duck, how we did Thomas, so on and so forth. We're going to place down a couple of copycat layers. For coal, this is copycat layer with coal. And then we're going to use the layers to kind of just make a little bit of a coal shape, like a pile of coal. And there we go. Now we've got the coal box or coaling tower, whatever you want to call it, that hangs out of the back of Oliver. We want to fill these in with the lime loco metal. Again, if you're not doing the pick block with the data saved into it, your Oliver at this point will look like this. Your Oliver at this point will look like this. And then what you're gonna do is you'll just take your lime riveted loco metal, you'll fill in all of these pieces to give us that lime shape. All right, now we want to grab a copycat half panel, and we're going to place down some temporary blocks. We've got our temporaries. We want to go boop, 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 boop. For the inside, for this color, I'm using the iron wrapped lime loco metal. You can use whatever color style that you want to do. Again, this is your locomotive. You build it exactly how you want it to look. All right, up to this point, this is how your Oliver should look. We're going to clear our palette again. And from here, we're going to grab a whistle, a fluid tank, the train controls, the seat, the window, and some other detailing pieces. So when I say other detailing pieces, what we want to grab is the copycat lightweight pressure plate. We're going to place that on top of the steam dome and fill that in again with another lime loco metal smoke box. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you kind of a little bit of a bump on the top of that, and it looks pretty cool. We're going to place down 2 fluid tanks. So you'll go in your cab, you'll place it. You can even do 3 if you want, but this is where your train controls are going to go. So I'll tell you what, we'll make it easier for you. Train control, fluid tank, oops, fluid tank. On the other side of this fluid tank, we're going to click on the fluid tank with our whistle, and we're going to right click the whistle with the wrench to make it the smallest whistle. So this is the largest, this is the smallest. We want to make it the smallest whistle. What I'm also going to start doing is placing in a double train control system. So that way I can just turn around when I'm sitting in the seat. And we'll place the seat right there. I can drive forward like this by clicking this one, or I can turn around and drive backward like this and still go the same speed. I'm going to start doing that in all of the engines, and I hope that's something that you guys do as well. All right, and what we want to do is we want to grab a copycat panel. We're going to finish filling in the interior of this cab. We want to place down a couple of panels right there. There's really no reason why we can't put those panels there. That's going to hide the Z fighting that's going on behind the whatchamacallit here. Uh-oh. There we go. The Z fighting, you can't really see it when you have that covering it. So we're gonna just hide the Z fighting. You're gonna place down 2 more copycat panels there. Grab yourself a windowed bamboo trapdoor. And now you've made your front windows for Oliver. And what we're gonna do from here is we'll fill in the rest of the top of the locomotive. We're gonna clear our palette once again, grab a coal burner smokestack, and we're gonna grab the copycat beam. We'll place down the copycat beam with the black color of your choice on the inside. And there we go. We have our elongated Oliver smokestack. Really, the only thing left to do here is to fill in the roof. And the roof is just our stereotypical slices and layers. And what we're gonna click here is we're gonna put on the slices first. Okay, that's not working. Okay, bear with me. This is just a little bit difficult. But to place down multiples to get it to not like go up like this over and over, it's actually a lot easier than you think. What you need to do is aim for the side and you'll place down another one, but you want to kind of be up in the air above it a little bit and back, and then you'll go ahead and place down the way you need it to. Our standard roof is 2 on either side and 3 in the middle. And that gives us just a slight curve. But the interior color is the deep slate tile, and the outer rings here of the roof are chiseled deep slate. And then we're just gonna fill in a little bit of lime slices to get us some color there. And that completes the build for Oliver.
Hey guys, Editor Bubby here. I just realized that I forgot to include the doors and trim details for Oliver, so I'm going to go ahead and add those in here before we build the next piece. So we're going to go ahead and take copycat vertical slices with the gray logo metal built in and place one there. Place one there. And we're going to get framed doors and place them so that they open inside, and just fill them with the lime loco metal pillars. And we'll do that on both sides. And there you go. Now Toad's complete. Okay, thanks, bye.
Oliver is actually super simple. The next thing that we want to build is Toad. Because what's Oliver without Toad? And I know you're gonna say, when you built Toby, you didn't build Henrietta. When you built Thomas, you didn't build Annie and Clarabelle. When you built Percy, you didn't build the male coaches. Well, you know what? We'll get to it, okay? I promise. Toad was the second most requested character, so I figured, let's just give the people what they want. And we're gonna go ahead and build a Toad. Okay, so it's a little bit tricky to get inside to grab this. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that casing. And we're gonna grab one of those. grab one of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. All right. So what we want to do is go back. So stand at your back buffer, and you're going to count 1, 2, 3 pieces of rail, and you're going to right click. And for this one, you're going to do the single axle coil spring bogey as well. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of float over top here. So a trick to do this, to get this on the level that you want, is to place a panel on the top of the bogey, and then just go underneath this bogey and place one down. And then the bogey or the panels are going to be on the level that you want them to be. We're going to wrap all the way around this bogey, and we're going to go back 1, 2, we're going to go, but this is the length, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to go back 11. So wrap around the bogey here and then count back 9 more times. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oops, 9, 10, 11. Then we're going to swing around, go back. On your way back, fill in the center of the floor here. And there we go. On this one that you left open, you're going to place your final bogey. All right, we want to grab a Scorchia pillar, and we're going to click it twice and fill in the floor with these Scorchia pillars, because that gives you kind of like a dirty wooden floor look. And I really like it. There we go. We're gonna fill the outside, around the outside, with these Copycat half panels. Again with the Scorchia pillar. One click on the Scorchia pillar. We'll grab a Copycat buffer and coupler. Whoops. And we're going to place down our Scorchia pillars, buffers, coupler, pillar. There we go. Next part is going to be a little bit tricky. What you want to do is stand inside of Toad, and you're going to shift click to place down a Copycat panel. We're going to go back 3, and then on the 4th one, you're going to go up 3, and then you're just going to continue back to the you're going to continue towards Oliver with your Copycat panels until you get to the edge. Once you're at the edge, what you're going to do is kind of fall right in there and get yourself a nice little back to Toad here. And we're going to repeat this process. Come to the front of Toad, shift and click, making sure that you're not on top of this Copycat half panel because reasons, and you'll see why here in a little bit. Remember, go back 3 on the 4th one. You're going to start going up and filling out your Toad. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just fill this in. Excuse me. Anybody else have any allergies this year? How bad are your allergies? Jeez Louise. I'm having to like clear my throat every 2 seconds. Alright, there we go. Our next step from here is we're gonna grab a copycat headstock. We're gonna stand in here. You can shift click or you can just regular click. It does not matter. They're gonna look like this. It's complicated. It's ridiculous. And we don't like it. Another way to do this to make it so that they actually go the way that you want them, you can place down a block right there, place down your headstock, place down a headstock like that, and then go around to the back of it and place another one, and then just break that first one. And they don't tend to stay that way. So that's one way to repeat that process over and over. Me, on the other hand, I am going to grab a debug stick and debug them so that they stay, or that they go the way I want them to go. So we want to go to the upside down option with the debug stick and then just right click those in place, making sure that they are empty. So we can grab our gray planks. There we go. You might be asking, wait, how do you have gray planks? This is a mod called Paradigms Dyed Planks. I thought it was called Lettuces Dyed Planks. I don't know. Or Dyed Planks. I don't know. Just any gray color is perfectly fine. I happen to find this mod and it works. So, all right, from here, we are going to grab a hold of this colored headstock and just go to town placing these little guys. Okay, there we go. We're gonna grab gray, light gray riveted loco metal, and that's gonna be Toad's face. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab hold of a vertical slice, and we're going to place a vertical slice 3 high on the side of Toad's face, and that's going to form the 2 pillars that hold up the roof. From here, you're going to come back here all the way to this block, place down 3 high. So that way it kind of overhangs like this a little bit. And there is a reason for that. And then you're going to go ahead and place some right there. You're going to come back here and you're going to place some right there. Some right there. And then some along the corner. If you pull up a photo of Toad, you'll see that he's got these 4 sections, these 4 wooden sections. And through the with the limitations of Minecraft and the Create mod and the way they are, that's just the way it's going to have to look. We're going to grab a copycat headstock now. And we're going to place that copycat headstock right there with a piece of white iron wrapped loco metal on the inside, on the out, to fill it in. And that's going to give the little nameplate design of sorts that Toad has on both sides of Toad. For the roof, you're going to place down exactly the way you did for Oliver. Place the copycat layers all the way down through, 2 on the sides, 3 in the middle. You can decorate it down the sides with some slices. And then on the back end here, I did some slices just to match up the height. And you know what? We can actually do that here as well. Why not? So we place down 2, 3, 2. And that's going to complete your build of Toad. You can actually go ahead and grab yourself a lamp, I believe. Toad has a lamp, like right in the middle, and it's red. So we want to grab a red industrial lamp, and you can actually select the lamp in your inventory, Bubby. You can go ahead and just place that lamp there. Again, through the limitations of Minecraft, you really can't put that there because it's just going to pop out. And you can't put it there because it just doesn't work. So we're going to put the lamp for Toad. We'll take some artistic liberty and put it right there. For the side lanterns, if you wanted to represent some of the later seasons where Toad has those side lanterns, you can go ahead and just grab a lantern, because it doesn't need to be, you know, white or red or anything like that. You just grab your lanterns and put them on the side there. Mine hang off the side because of the amendments mod, which is a break off of the supplementaries mod. So my lanterns will hang, and yours can too if that's the way you do it. Let me see, what does this red one look like? Might be able to just go, hey, look at that, there we go. Just look through your lanterns, see what you have. I don't want to represent Toad in the later seasons. I just want the plain old normal Toad. And I think what I'm gonna do, actually, I don't have a way to physically get, oh, whoops. I don't have a way to physically get inside of Toad because I didn't put any doors or anything. So I'm gonna do this. Let's see if this is gonna do something. Will this allow me to do that? I mean, that kind of looks okay. Ish. I don't know. I prefer it there, just that's me. So there you go. That is how to build Toad, and that is how to build Oliver. I want to thank you all again very, very much for being here. And I would just like to, you know, very carefully scan over there to Neoforge Station. If you've made it this far in the tutorial, comment below what you think that engine is. But yeah, that's been a build for Oliver and Toad. I appreciate each and every single one of you. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe, please do. You're going to get very cool videos. At least I think they are. In the last video, we made Donald and Douglas, and there were some pretty heated comments in the comment section about how this version of Donald and Douglas turned out. So I went back to the drawing board a little bit, and with the help of Matt the Gamer Train, he was able to show me that you can put some copycat layers similar to how we just did the slices for Oliver. You can place down copycat layers, and now it kind of looks like Donald here has his nameplates, and he's got his hand rods, and he's got his duck. If you know, you know. But again, thanks everybody for being here. We'll catch you in the next video. See if you can comment below what that locomotive is in the background there. And okay, thanks, love you, bye.